Okay, so if you want to find out why 99% of people fail with Google Ads, stick around and I'm going to take you through the top 7 mistakes and how to avoid them. So guys, all these things that are contained in this video are things I myself have been guilty of. So don't feel bad if you find yourself going, oh, I do this myself. Just take on the advice and learn from me. I've wasted a lot of money on Google Ads, especially when I first started, and I manage a lot of people's accounts and I see just how much money people spend. But if you listen to what I tell you now and you implement some changes and execute the plans that I tell you, then you're going to find yourself doing far, far better with Google Ads, okay? So the first, and I think the most important thing I want you to realize is do not treat Google Ads like a casino. And what I mean by that is stop gambling, okay? People do it with Facebook ads, people do it with Google ads. I'm sick of people thinking they're gonna put in money into the top of Google ads and down the other end, 3, 4, 5, 10 times their money's gonna come out. And it's actually wrong on the behalf of people on YouTube and other gurus and stuff telling them that Facebook ads, Google ads, digital marketing agents, all this bullshit is gonna actually make them money. And it's simply not the case, guys. Google ads are a way of driving traffic to your landing page offer through, okay, someone searches a keyword, right? So someone wants to buy a mountain bike, okay? There's different phases that people are in there, okay? So there's people in a research phase, there's people in an awareness phase, interest, there's all these different phases, but then there's the people that are in the buying mode phase, okay? They're the ones we want to go after. If you treat Google like a casino and think that, okay, I'm just going to chuck up a bunch of money, going to chuck up a bunch of ads, pour money into it, have a crappy website, and I'm going to do well, it's simply not the case. Google ads, you're driving traffic to your website through them searching on Google. They see an ad and then they click the ad. They get taken to the URL or landing page. And from there, it's up to your page to sell them and they may convert, okay? That's all there is to it. There's not much else to it, okay? There's having a back end, but the rest of it, this is what it is. And so all the elements that go into that, you've got your keyword research at the start. You need to do some competitor research. You need to make sure everything's structured properly. You need to make sure you've got a good landing page. You need to make sure that your ad is good. All these things, I'm going to get more into it soon, but please, please, please stop thinking that this is a get-rich-quick scheme or that it's going to fix your Facebook ads. If you're not doing well with Facebook ads, Google ads aren't going to save you, okay? Now, people think, okay, it's higher intent, it's easier. No, it's not easier. Cost per clicks are generally much higher. You need to be careful because especially in certain niches, especially if you get into some of the like finance or trade-based businesses, like I run ads for a painting company, the cost per click is like $17 a click. You stuff that up, you're going to burn, 10 clicks, you've burned $170. 10 clicks. If you don't get any jobs, that's $170 gone, okay? So please stop treating this like a casino. Please stop thinking that this is your solution to Facebook ads. Please stop thinking that it's easy, right? And also remember that there's multiple parts to Google ads. You've got YouTube, you've got the display network, you've got shopping. There's so many avenues there. You use those together with your Facebook and you're going to become a much, much better marketer. So moving on to number two. Number two, people have no strategy or process. I have been guilty of this for quite some time and I'm still refining my strategy. Each day I try and improve it. I show you my testing processes with Google Shopping, but then that is aimed at people who are beginners, right? If you're further down the track, my strategy would be different. Okay, I'd segment out the campaign into things like bestsellers. I would have a search ad bidding on my own brand. I would have remarketing lists in my shopping ads. There's so many different things that you can do, but I'm trying to structure my content to the people that I'm presenting it to, and that's you, and you guys are beginners for the most part, but there's heaps of more advanced stuff coming, guys, and I hope you stick around to watch it. You really need to have a clear strategy and you need to stick to it. You need to have rules. You need to go, I'm not going to run a product if it doesn't have X margin. I'm not going to run a product if it doesn't have X monthly searches. I'm going to have a method of doing my keyword research. I'm going to have a method of structuring ads. I know I'm going to run search ads and how I'm going to run them, how I'm going to structure my campaigns. I know that for my shopping, I'm going to do X. For YouTube, I'm going to have this. And each thing needs to have goals, strategies, and processes. And you need to stick to them. You need to have rules. And if you don't stick to them, that you either come up with some kind of a punishment for yourself or, you need to incentivize yourself to follow these. You need to be sticking to them because the people that do well come up with simple strategies, they stick to them, and they refine them as time goes on. So if you have a clear strategy, you're going to be way ahead of the pack. And you're probably going to get ahead of me pretty quick because I'm not the greatest strategist, but I'm improving, and each day I try and do better with my strategy, come up with a better process. Okay, number 3, no congruency. So I can't stress enough how important it is that your keywords, your ads, and your landing page are all congruent. And what that means is you need to have your ad groups, your campaigns, and your ads all structured, and your keywords, all structured well in tight-knit ad groups, okay? Everything needs to be related. And that even comes to if you're running an ad for something, for a word that's similar but slightly different, you need to have an ad and an ad group that's different to that. I'll give you an example. If you run an MMA gym or sell MMA gear and you do jiu-jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, and MMA, if you do all those things, you need to have different ad groups with different ads for each one of those things going to different landing pages, okay? And now, even another example, if you run a painting business and you do commercial painting, residential painting, and you do roof restorations, different services, if you want to actually get nitty gritty, you need to make sure that you're testing ads for the broad spectrum, okay? So testing ads for the broad topics. So for example, if you had a cat store, you wouldn't run an ad to a cat store directly to your homepage, for instance. You need to make sure that, the cat toy, or even more specific, it might be a cat ball. So you need to have cat ball as a keyword. You need to have an ad that actually mentions cat balls and is relevant to that person. And then you need to take them to a page that's a cat ball. Don't send them to your cat collection. Send them to the cat ball page. Make sure that everything along there is congruent and matches up to what the person's searching. If it does not match up, you're going to have a low click-through rate or you're going to have a high bounce rate. Neither of which are good for your quality score, okay? This is a super important thing with Google. It's important for all forms of marketing, to be honest, but the difference is people aren't 100% sure what they're expecting when they come across through Facebook. But with Google, they know, they're searching it. So if your search is triggering an ad and the ad is relevant, they'll click through. If the landing page isn't relevant, they're going to quickly bounce from there, okay? You're going to have a low average time on site and they're probably not going to buy. So just make sure that everything matches up. The keywords are relevant, the ads are relevant to the keywords, and that the landing page is relevant to all the rest. You might find you need to do multiple landing pages for multiple different things on Google, right? If a person searched something different, something commercial focused or residential, you might need a different landing page for that. So just keep this in mind. 4, going too broad. This is a killer of budgets, okay? If you go far too broad, you're going to struggle to become profitable, okay? So I urge you to regularly audit your account, add negative keywords, and go, where am I blowing money? And have I tried to go too broad? Do I need to add more specific things to my title and description so Google knows that I'm bidding for those terms, right? Do I need to lower my cost per click bid to make sure I'm only getting longer tail keywords, okay? Now, please do not do something like, if you are selling cat products, don't do an ad for just cats or just cat products. Be specific. Try different match modifiers, okay? So broad match, I would stick away from. At the very, very, very highest part of that, I would go broad match modifier because at least then you've got a bit more control. This is for search ads. And then stick to either exact or phrase, okay? And see what works best for you out of those. But make sure that you are funneling most of your money to keywords that make you money. So the old 80-20 rule. So siphon most of your money to 80%, to the 80% keywords that bring you money, and to the ad groups, campaigns, put your money there. Don't keep trying to flog a dead horse and try to resurrect something that's just not making you money. Switch it off and move on, okay? Have a play and see if you can fix it briefly, but if it's burning money, turn it off. So step 1 would actually be just really bottom out the cost per click. So you bid, lower that right down, and from there, if you need to switch it off, switch it off. Okay, number 5, giving up too early and not optimizing. As I've said 100 times, the way to win in this is to optimize. Optimizing and improving that quality score by optimizing campaigns, ads, feeds, the whole shebang. It takes time. You're not going to come out of the gates with a quality score of 10. You may not ever get to a quality score of 10. But as I've said before, quality score is going to determine your cost per click. You can go and beat other people by getting a lower cost per click by having more relevant ads, by having a good user experience on your landing page and by having a good expected click-through rate. All those things together are going to give you a good quality score. To get that, you need to take time. You need to filter out keywords that aren't making you money. You need to filter out keywords that don't have a high quality score. You need to improve your landing pages. All these things take time. And if you give up too early and you spend a couple of $100 or whatever it might be, don't do it. Don't get into this unless you have the money, the perseverance, and the right mindset to be able to do well. If you don't have those things, don't even try. Wait, collect some money, save some money up, and then do it. So I can't stress this enough. Giving up too early in anything is why you're failing. Number 6, a bad offer or a bad landing page. A landing page that doesn't convert. So not all offers or landing pages are created equal. I really, really, really urge you to think about whether or not the offer, the product, whatever it is that you have, is a good offer and something that people want, or is your landing page built and optimized to convert? Has it got all those essential elements to get people to pull their wallet out, leave their details, whatever it might be you're trying to do? A bad offer is probably the number one issue that people face, okay? And landing page going with that. If you have a bad offer and a bad landing page, then it's not great. And the way you know it's your landing page, well, Google tells you in a column whether or not the users have a good landing page experience. And to be fair, you need to be testing offers and products prior to running ads to them. You need to get a consensus, ask as many people as you can, strangers, family, friends, but be careful of family and friends. They'll always tell you something's good, and then you go and show someone else, and they'll be like, okay, nah, that's not a great product. You need to actually have a proper structure in place to test your offers, your products, your services, and go, okay, they're good. And then you need to go, does my landing page actually have all the elements it needs to properly convert traffic into customers? Please focus on this and try and improve it. It's not you're not going to just put up a landing page or put out your first offer and it's going to be great. You need to obviously take the time to do the research for the offer, but for the landing page, that's going to be an ongoing thing of going, can I tweak this? Can I change that color? Can I do this? Can I do that? All those things that are ongoing take time. Just like giving up, don't give up on your landing page. Make sure it converts though before you start running ads to it. 7, now this is really important in the world of online marketing, having no backend in place. If you're running traffic to an offer, you're spending money, right? And you're spending money to be put in front of people. They're coming to your site, they're not buying or whatever it might be, or they are buying, and you never speak to them again. That sounds crazy, right? So it'd be like you hosting an event, getting people there, and then just not saying anything to them. And then not saying anything to them, not ever sending them something after. It'd be the most awkward event in the world. You need to have processes in place that, okay, you're collecting people's emails, you're able to message them on Messenger on your Messenger bot, you are giving them reasons to come back to your store, you're remarketing to them on Google, on Facebook. You've got all these systems and processes in place to make sure that people keep coming back to your offer and that you keep trying to push them up and sell them more and more stuff. Now, this is the number one thing that separates people that make money online and people that break even for years and years and don't make any money, okay, or don't make much money. The front end is a hard place to make money, and your offer, going back to the previous point, needs to be absolutely amazing. If your offer isn't great, there's no way you're going to make money on the front end. The back end is where you need to build trust, through all the different avenues that you've heard about. You need to make sure that people know what you're selling, right? Your product, you might think that your product is easy to understand, but people just don't get it. I have this client and their product's really, really technical, and it's very, very hard to get that message across online. Remember, bricks and mortar is easier. People can touch, feel, see the product, be spoken to. You need to have that in place. You might need a sales team for your product, especially if it's higher ticket. You might actually need a phone sales team. You might not need to use more text. You might need to do more in-depth videos on it. You might need to keep emailing them and giving them tips and tricks and showing them why they need it. It's this ongoing thing where people improve upon this every day, and that's how they end up making money. Okay, so this is just one tiny part of the back end, but the god of the back end are, those original affiliate marketers and the people like Russell Brunson and Grant Cardone. All those people have terrific back end systems in place, and they put out content relentlessly. Okay, I hope you found some value in this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up. make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope you've liked this video. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see, and hope to see you soon.